So here is this polar bear Teddy. His family used to live here in the Arctic for many years. His parents, grandparents, and even their ancestors from thousands of years ago used to live here in the Arctic.
But now, the ice sheets are melting. Their home is getting destroyed. His friends are suffering hunger because of the shortened hunting time due to melted ice, and the adults are dying drowned. Since the Industrial Revolution in the 1750s, the concentration of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has risen 46%, heating up the globe. To stop further climate change, scientists are trying to limit the fossil fuel usage. In Central America, countries are suffering from drought, extreme weathers, sinking islands, polluted freshwaters, and floods. In Guatemala, the crops dropped by 80% and people are suffering from starvation.
In the Caribbean, there are extreme weathers, hurricanes, strong tropical windstorm that forms a sea. In Costa Rica, the deforestation dropped the water quality and the beautiful biodiversity of Costa Rica.
As different examples, climate change occurred in the US and Pakistan. July of 2012 in US was the hottest month, and heavy rain hit Pakistan, leaving hundreds of people homeless.
For a closer example, climate change is linked in here. Jeddah too. Years ago, Jeddah barely had rainy or snowy days, but now the monthly mean precipitation during the period 1965 to 2014 increased from 2.60 millimeters to 145.67 millimeters.
Including the urban wind convergence by heat island phenomenon, simply just more rain coming because of the hotter weather and buildings. To stop the terrible future that can happen because of the climate change, Australia is closing the old power plants, replanting and making laws to protect trees. In the Pacific realm, they're making an alliance of small island states and had a goal of temperature increase lower than 1.5 Celsius. So there were some problems with the plants because of finance and technology. It is now well sold and the countries are funding for the plantation of mangroves. In Costa Rica, people are replanting trees and changing the way of farming, setting a goal of zero carbon emission by 2021.
In Antarctica, both the number and thickness of the ice sheet are increasing. The weather in Antarctica is colder than usual, which will affect weather around the world. According to Brownmaster, because of the temperature change, animals will decrease and plants will increase by the temperature.
1.5 Celsius increase. It may sound like nothing or something very small, but this little change could drown a whole island in the Pacific realm from the melted icebergs of Greenland. The seawater would pollute other freshwater floating the states as well. More increase can even wipe out most of the animals on the planet Earth.